Having me a little tea. How are you guys? I just wanted to come through and do a quick little video about psychic energy and how this stuff works. I think a lot of us have it kind of like misunderstood. We don't really understand. I think because the energy has been psychics and psychic energy and the psyche and all of this stuff has been so taboo for so long, especially in the African American community. We have a hard time understanding how it actually works. So I just wanted to do a quick short video. I'm not going to keep you guys long, just a short video about how this energy works, because some people have it misunderstood. Psychic energy is not something that I think should be abused, first and foremost. And I think a lot of people abuse the energy, okay? They are so ready to get what it is that they desire to have in life that they want all of their questions about whatever this thing is answered, and they want them answered ASAP. They want them answered immediately. So what they have the tendency to do is jump from psychic to prophet to medium to whatever person that utilize this type of energy in search of answers for the things that they desire to have in their lives. But that's just not how it works, okay? Now, psychic energy is real. How do I know? Because I've experienced it myself. I've experienced it from other people, and I'm actually utilizing the energy to help other people as well. Now, am I 100%? Absolutely not. I am not. As a matter of fact, I don't feel as if anyone is 100%. I just don't. Now, what we have to understand is that it's impossible for anyone to be 100%, because if someone was 100% on how this energy actually worked, then we would have to actually ignore the fact that energy is real, and energy is constantly moving and constantly changing every second of the day. So because energy is constantly changing, situations are constantly changing, people are constantly changing their minds, their paths, they're absolutely exercising their free will of living on this earth. Although some people don't believe that free will is real, some people believe that it's an illusion and your path is already set out for you. However, I have the tendency to think that we are operating from a script, and in that script, there is room for free will. Now, because of that, there's no way that I or anybody else that do the type of work that I do could actually be 100% correct in what it is that they're telling you or what it is that they're predicting. There's no way possible. I mean, I've seen psychics of old. I've done research on a lot of different older psychics. And I mean, Nostradamus, a whole lot of different people. They had predictions and they didn't necessarily pan out the way that they predicted it. Maybe it wasn't that they're not going to pan out. It's just that it didn't pan out in the manner in which they predicted it, because we always have to allow room for free will and for people to move freely throughout the earth and their purpose that they actually come here to the earth to pursue. Now, if someone predicts something for you, and that something doesn't necessarily come to pass in the timing in which it was predicted, I personally have experienced this energy. I experienced someone giving me a psychic reading, and I'm still right now, today, 10 years later, just now, experiencing some of the manifestations of the things that they predicted for me to happen 10 years ago. Now, there are several reasons why it could happen this way. Number one could be you're not prepared. And instead of you preparing yourself for the thing that has been predicted to happen in your life, you're focusing so much on the thing that's happening, or on the thing happening right now when you want it to, instead of focusing on the energy of getting yourself prepared to handle that thing in order for it to happen. which is what happens a lot of time for most of us. We're so focused on when it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. I need it now, 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 that we're not focused on the fact that we might need to mature in this area. We might need to get this together, and this person has to be in place, and we have to meet that person, and we have to get ourselves together in order to go over here and do this in order for us to get that thing that we desire to have, and that thing that was prophesied, or that thing that was spoken into our lives, or the thing that the psychic told you, or whomever told you was going to actually take place. That's just how it works. That's how this energy works. Does that mean that it's not going to happen? Absolutely not. It doesn't. I have predicted things for people in relationships, and they will sit right there in my face and tell me, oh no, that's not going to happen. Only to come back to me a year later and say, you were right. Yeah, you were right. It did happen just like you said it would. And not only that, there are times when it may happen, but it may not happen exactly the way that I say or someone else says that it's going to happen. For instance, I told someone one time, you're going to have a national platform, and it's coming soon. It's going to happen. You're going to have it. Did she get the national platform? Absolutely, she did. Was the national platform in the manner in which she thought it was going to be? No, it wasn't. But she got it. So I say all that to say, one thing, don't sleep on psychics, honey. Don't sleep on us. We have abilities, and we're utilizing our abilities to help people. Now, granted, there are people out there that actually abuse the abilities on both sides, the receiver and the giver. There are people that actually have the ability, and they will tell you some of the things that they see with you just to get you to trust in them and believe in them. And then they'll turn around and tell you, now, you have a curse on you. So guess what? You need to come back, and you need to pay me $2,500 in order for me to get that curse off you. I don't play those games. One thing you will never, ever see me do is play around with people like that. I don't. I do this work because I love people. I do this work because I care for people. I do this because I want to see people win. I want to see people living out their purpose. I want to see people happy. I want to see people in the marriages, in the relationships that they want. I want to see them prospering in their careers. That's the reason why I do this. I utilize my abilities in order to help you to get on the path to happiness and prosperity. I'm never going to do that to you. Never, never. I'm not going to always say that I'm going to be 100% right, because that's not the case either. It's not. I'm human. I am human. I am a human woman with a psychic ability that I have decided to utilize in order to help other people. And that's exactly what I do. So, I'll leave you with this. Don't abuse the energy. If they tell you something, listen. If it doesn't resonate with you at that moment, put it up on the shelf until a later time. Perhaps 3 or 4, maybe 5 years down the line, it will resonate. Just maybe. If they tell you something that don't resonate with you at this moment, or that you don't feel as if you're capable of doing at this moment, put it on the shelf and then start working on yourself in order to prepare yourself to be ready for that thing. Because one thing I know for sure, sometimes those outside of us could see greater for us than we could see for ourselves. And if I can see it for you, but you can't see it for yourself, then trust that I'm seeing it for your highest good, and start to work on the necessary attributes to obtaining the thing that I've seen for you. Because it's all for good. I ain't never going to tell you anything to hurt you. Never. I don't do that. That's just not how I operate. So, I love you guys, all of you who are watching this video. I love you. I thank you guys for stopping by and taking a look at the video, checking me out, all of that great stuff. I appreciate it. Mwah. And hey, get those psychic readings and step back and utilize the energy to help yourself prosper. Get it and get on with your life. How about that? Peace.